To date, we've gotten 11 feature length Superman movies, 12 if you count the fact that one of them has two specific versions. I want to rank all of these movies. It really reflects how rushed the DCEU felt. Audiences were never really given time for this universe and the characters around it to develop. It feels like they wanted to get to this as quick as they could to catch up to the MCU. Bringing back classic elements like Gene Hackman and Margot Kidder makes this feel desperate because there is a complete lack of a creative vision around this film as a whole. The Superman versus Superman angle is the best part of this movie. They really could have just built the whole thing around that. And I love Richard Pryor. He was a talented guy. But this is often just built as a Superman movie around being a comedy vehicle for him, when it would have been better if he would have been an element to complement the movie as a whole. I appreciate the schlocky sci-fi nature of this. It makes it a fun, quick watch, but all in all it feels more like an hour-long pilot that built up to the series that starred George Reeve. I respect that this was a way for audiences to see the vision that Zack Snyder had for it, but I've also been very open about the fact that Zack Snyder's style doesn't do anything for me. 2 hours of Snyder can be pretty rough. 4 hours was really rough. It really planted the seeds for how rushed the DCEU felt. There's like 3 movies worth of material going on here. And while its conflict is very compelling on paper, the way it played out and even resolved itself just felt silly. Henry Cavill is a decent Superman. I will give this credit for that. It's definitely trying to be a bolder, darker vision for this character. But given that in my opinion, Zack Snyder is often absent of substance, this just never felt organic or natural. It wants to hold on to the glory of the Christopher Reeve movies. That's understandable. But it's also too afraid to go a little bolder and darker. Its very bloated plot makes me think that they just didn't know what to do with it in the editing room. Routh is decent though. Richard Lester's cut definitely leans more into comedy, and in turn it kind of makes some of this film's bolder creative decisions feel a little goofy. But all in all, I do think it's a decent follow-up to a great film. In my opinion, the Donner cut is where it's at. Leaning more into the mythology of Superman, it allows these bold creative decisions to feel more effective. A wonderful new take on Superman that is crafted with care by writer and director James Gunn. Gives you all the spectacle and appropriate exhibition for a popcorn blockbuster of this type. It also delivers a relevant, deep thinking story that values the audience's intelligence. The groundbreaker and the titan in the legacy of Superman movies on the big screen. It shows what you can do with a comic book blockbuster at a time where cinema was flourishing. And such a highlight here is the incredible duality of Christopher Reeve's performance.